Hello and welcome to a round of Zombie Attack by Gamerblocks Gaming. As far as I can tell, there's no rules, so there will be no mercy for these zombies. Let's do this. As you might notice, I have upgraded my texture pack. Well, not upgraded, rather just went from default to a modified default with Painterly mixed in. I didn't like all of Painterly's textures, so I kept some default and went with some Painterly. So with some mixtures of there, that's pretty good, I think. I'm basically going to try and just plow through this entire map pretty easily. Given things, it's going to be a little bit hard since I am playing on hard difficulty. And my only food source is zombie hearts. I'm going to be basically utilizing just going to basically be using what I can get. I'm going to be using everything to my advantage. Everything. That means even the blocks that are dropped in the arena. Since there are no rules. And the spaces are far too confined to actually avoid humongous hordes of zombies in, because when it gets so high that you can't adequately avoid the zombies, it basically becomes impossible to not be hit. And given that regeneration is restricted, and you don't have any regen potions or a number of materials to work with, all you got is some diamond armor, which, although helpful, does not make you invincible. It can be a bit of a challenge to beat the map without doing stuff that otherwise. So, that's interesting. Don't need this, don't need that. Keep that. Don't need those anymore. Now, I'm going to basically build myself a little fort here. That's the best I can do, really. Because there's no way you're going to be able to survive this without going ahead and building yourself a fort on hard. So, I mean, on easier difficulties, you can certainly beat the zombie horde. Probably. Yeah, you can probably beat them, despite how massive and numerous they get. You have to play it smart if you want to beat a whole bunch of zombies all at once, like this. See what I mean? Instantly easier to fight. No rule against it, so... This is the thing with rules and mechanisms for fighting mobs. You see, being a human, you can play smarter than anyone else might otherwise give credit for. You can charge in and try and fight everything, but while that might be more badass and perhaps more entertaining, I have to admit, it's still a bad idea on this map because you're fighting against hordes of mobs, and it can get excessively difficult to survive. Hello, mobs. It's like punching a bunch of zombies in the face with a sword. Well, that's essentially exactly what it is, except for it's more like slashing. Whatever. Okay. I can already hear all the voices like, "You cheater! You're not fighting them. You're just swatting a bunch of weak zombies. This is lame." Well, if you want to beat this on hard, I wager other people could do better if they wanted to be really, really action oriented. I mean, I could probably design this so I could basically fight them one at a time. Up a ladder kind of structure. I'm thinking of doing that. Just basically building a sort of a structure that they can climb up to chase me on. Die, 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 you hordes of ugly green mobs. I've had trouble finding awesome texture packs to work with, and it's. I mean, I've always liked a bit of Painterly, but I didn't like all of it. There's always like various critical parts that I just didn't like. And some of them were just, some parts of it were just a bit too dark in color, while others were too bright. Just some of the different textures and stuff are like too bright or too dark, and well, that does have a kind of a negative impact on videos. So I just had trouble like selecting some, while others I have kept the default textures because they were still pretty good. Die! All of you die! So yeah, the texture packs, I've had a lot of trouble with that. I've been working on it for a few days. I've also been busy role-playing with friends, which is also a reason for why there hasn't been as many uploads lately. You know, I really like this design for the arena. I think there's a lot to be improved on, but I definitely like the design for the arena. The difficulty amps up because there's so many zombies that the room just starts to get stuffed. And the mobs push each other around, preventing you from just getting away. And basically, you all get jammed up in a corner and eventually slain. Unless you know how to survive. So how do I want to build this? I guess I'll try to make a stairwell or something here. Nearly missed it. That would have been bad. Hello, mobs. Come on. So yeah, I really like the design of the arena. It's really compact and hard to avoid a lot of the mobs. And then also, if you like threw in skeletons, it'd be much easier to get to because there'd be a lot of it's close quarters. But since this is zombie attack, it's not skeletons and zombies attack, there's an obvious factor here. Also, you can see that if skeletons were added, they could probably just shoot me right off here. You could just like intersperse like 1, 2, maybe 3 skeletons in this crowd of zombies, and I'd be in big trouble. A lot of trouble. I mean, look at these guys. They're just all around, all over the place. But if a skeleton was mixed in, like every, maybe like 1, maybe 2, 3, 4 skeletons, depending on things, they could just shoot you right off your little perch, and then it's all game over. Sort of. You basically get pinned in a corner, and then you have to fight all these mobs trying to overwhelm you. Wow, that's a lot of zombie hearts. Wow. Okay, so if I were to take into account of all the hearts I've collected, if we killed more than probably more than 128 zombies now, or something like that. Come on. That's a lot of zombies. Oh no! Uh-oh. Shoot. No! Shoot! No! 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 Ah! Ah! No!